Welcome back, everyone. We are pleased today to have Shawn Conroy with us today. Now, he's back in Long Island. He had been in the Ukraine, and obviously we know the situation going on there. First of all, you told me before we came on that you were there doing your research for your PhD, and then all of a sudden you got word that had to head home, right?
Yes.
How did that go? What was the word that you got, and was there, I assume, a sense of urgency then, right?
Yes. So I was signed up with the State Department STEP program, which alerts U.S. citizens in country as to the situation. And basically what was happening was I was getting updates of what was going on with increasing tensions with Russia, troop buildup on Ukraine's border, and I was making day-to-day assessments of my own plans, and ultimately State Department on Saturday, I believe, said for all non-essential personnel at the embassy and citizens that are in Ukraine at the moment to evacuate. So I booked my flight and left.
Yeah, I would get out there. It's a scary situation. Do you get a sense of the feel from the Ukrainians? Are they worried? Do they see this as bluster from Vladimir Putin? What's kind of the general feel?
The general feel on the ground is that Ukrainians in Ukraine are less worried about a potential or full-scale invasion as is often portrayed in Western media. And I know that the family that I was staying with, they were skeptical of what was possibly going to happen. But on the one hand, their skepticism is informed by the fact that they've been dealing with this war for 8 years now, and it is sadly a part of daily life. Russia threatens expansion of its aggression against Ukraine. So part of their skepticism is informed by this, that this is part of their daily life now. But nevertheless, the tensions are on their mind. It is something that they have to deal with on a daily basis, and they just try to go about their days as best as they can.
You know, another psychologist and doctor have been talking to us about the growing sense of autonomy among Ukrainians. That has to be something I assume that you've noticed as well, that we're a country now. We're not a part of Russia. This is us, and there has to be a sense there that we are one nation.
Yes, it's the 2014 showed clearly, and perhaps Putin and his close circle were surprised at how much of a rallying to the flag the war was, and how much of a farce it turned out to be. Russian propaganda often talks about the Russian world, the Russian language speakers, and they assumed that they would be hailed in Ukraine among Russian language speakers as some kind of liberators, which is absolutely not true. Language is not a key identifier of what it means to be a citizen of Ukraine. Some of the most patriotic Ukrainians are primarily, or first language is Russian. So it's, I had a political scientist once explain it as ask the Irish if they are historically pro-English. So
yeah, that's a very good analogy. Now,
yeah.
I assume when all this is over, you're hoping to get back because, as you said, you were working and doing research at the archives, right?
Yes, I was doing archival research, and I have contacts in the archive, and I, for the time being, will probably have to hire some researchers to go into the archive for me. But that's the intention, is to go back once maybe the international tensions cool a little bit. Though unfortunately, it does not seem. I have not seen any signs that there has been a reduction in tension, and unfortunately, because of the Russian power structure, political power structure, the vertical power vertical of Vladimir Putin's rule is that ultimately he is the single decision maker of whether or not he wants to invade. And we've seen over the past 8 years an increase, general increase in the militarization of the Russo-Ukrainian border, with more bases, more vehicles, more warehouses for tanks and whatnot on the border, and also in occupied Ukrainian territory, such as the Crimea. So though we are seeing this single case here of massive troop buildup, it has been an ongoing process for 8 years.
Shawn, it's so interesting to get your perspective on it. We appreciate it very much, and best of luck. We hope you can get back and finish things up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. Nice talking with you. We'll be back right after this.